Hello, welcome. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the space widening that we talk about a lot, about being able to observe your own thoughts. So if you imagine that you are on the bank of a river and your thoughts and feelings and emotions and all the things that come up from moment to moment are things that you're watching flow down the river, like logs down the river. Sometimes you're able to sit on the shore and say, oh, there's that thought. There's that thought that arises that I super want to go buy a bag of whatever the flavor of the day is and eat it right this minute. Or, oh, there's that thought about how my son did that thing and I'm stressing about it, and is everything going to turn out, and is he going to make good decisions, and was I a good mother, and how is this going to end, and is life worth living? Anyway, these are the things that flow down one's river, right? And as we watch that, more often than not, a lot of us don't just sit on the river. We jump in and we start to wrestle and get completely swept away with whatever that thought is. And we stew and we dwell, and we really feel like us wrestling with that thought is going to be more productive than us just watching that thought arise and then go. Thoughts do come and go, but sometimes we grab onto them and then they're part of our entire day, and that's all we can think about, and that's all we stew about. And we've jumped in the river and we're splashing around like a crazy person. And that's something we just tend to do. And we got to be gentle with ourselves about that. But we also want to be more mindful or aware of what our mind is doing. So today I'm actually going to refer you to Headspace. Headspace is a great app that I have no financial interest in whatsoever. And I really encourage you, if you are an app person, or even if you're not really, to go over and download the Headspace app. It's free for the first little whatever. And the introduction that it offers, the videos that it offers, everything is super, super helpful, really well done. I think he uses a street and a car analogy rather than the river analogy, but really, really helpful information about helping us to see our minds. Another little great referral, if you're a reader, is the book Mindsight. And I'll do another unit on this book entirely, but it's a wonderful book by extremely high trained author, psychologist, marriage and family therapist, I think, and a pediatrician, and I think he went to Harvard. It's like ridiculous. Daniel Siegel, the author of Mindsight, a wonderful book about being able to see your own mind and being aware of the mysterious, weird things that our mind does that we don't ever notice. So it's two really great resources, but for sure, I would like you to download Headspace today. I'd like you to just try a couple of days of it and just practice a little bit. And if you would be willing to spend 10 minutes on Headspace, doesn't count as your 10 minutes here, I would be thrilled, because it will help your path on your sugar addiction recovery to go a lot more smoothly and to be a lot more effective. So being able to have perspective on our perspective is the key to freedom as a human being. Too often when we just look at what's happening, all we can see is our angle. So these two resources can do a lot to help you to start having perspective on your perspective. And that will help you to start understanding what it is that's driving your sugar addiction and how you can start to disengage from it. And when your sugar addiction floats down the river, you don't always have to jump in anymore. You can sometimes say, ah, there it is.